What happens in your brain when you fall in love? Level B, 2, upper intermediate. Falling in love feels magical, confusing, and powerful at the same time. People often describe it as something mysterious, almost unreal. Your thoughts change, your emotions intensify, and the world seems different. While love feels deeply personal, it is also a biological and psychological process. When you fall in love, your brain enters a unique state, driven by chemistry, memory, and emotion working together. The first changes begin even before you realize what is happening. When you meet someone who attracts you, your brain starts paying special attention. You notice small details, remember conversations more clearly, and feel a strong curiosity about this person. This is not an accident. Your brain's reward system becomes active, pushing you to focus, observe, and seek connection. One of the key players in this stage is dopamine. Dopamine is often called the feel-good chemical, but its real job is motivation. It makes experiences feel exciting and meaningful. When dopamine levels rise, your brain links pleasure to the person you are attracted to. This is why seeing their name on your phone or hearing their voice can instantly lift your mood. Your brain begins to associate them with reward. At the same time, your brain reduces activity in areas responsible for critical judgment. This explains why people in love often overlook flaws or make idealized images of their partner. It is not that logic disappears, but it becomes quieter. Emotion takes the lead. This shift helps create strong bonds quickly, which from an evolutionary perspective increases chances of forming lasting relationships. Love also affects attention and memory. Thoughts about the person may return again and again, even when you try to focus on something else. This happens because your brain treats the loved person as highly important. Emotional memories are stored more deeply than neutral ones. Small moments, such as a smile or a shared joke, can become powerful memories that feel meaningful long after they happen. Your brain chemistry also explains the physical sensations of love. A racing heart, sweaty palms, and nervous excitement are signs that your nervous system is activated. Falling in love often places the brain in a state similar to mild stress, but combined with pleasure. This mix of excitement and uncertainty keeps your attention locked on the experience. Another important chemical involved is oxytocin. Oxytocin is linked to bonding, trust, and closeness. It becomes especially active through physical touch, eye contact, and emotional openness. As oxytocin increases, feelings of safety and connection grow stronger. This is why simple actions like holding hands or sharing personal thoughts can deepen emotional attachment so quickly. Interestingly, falling in love can also change how you see yourself. Your brain begins to connect your identity with the other person. Their happiness may start to feel important to your own. You may adjust your behavior, habits, or priorities without consciously deciding to do so. This merging of emotional worlds helps create a sense of us rather than just me. Time perception can also shift. Moments spent with the person may feel short, while time apart feels longer. This happens because emotional intensity affects how the brain processes time. Strong emotions create richer memories, making experiences feel fuller and more meaningful in retrospect. However, this early stage of love is not stable forever. The brain cannot stay in a constant state of emotional intensity. Over time, the chemistry begins to change. Excitement slowly blends with calm, and obsession gives way to deeper attachment. This transition is not a loss of love, but a transformation of it. Understanding what happens in your brain when you fall in love does not make the experience less meaningful. On the contrary, it shows how deeply human connection is built into our biology. Love is not just a feeling you experience, it is a state your brain creates to help you connect, bond, and grow with another person. In the next part, we will explore how love evolves over time, what happens in the brain during long-term relationships, and why love can sometimes hurt as much as it heals. As love develops over time, the brain slowly shifts its focus. The intense excitement of early attraction begins to soften, and different systems take a more central role. This change is often misunderstood as love fading, but in reality, it is the brain adapting. Long-term connection requires stability, not constant emotional intensity. During this stage, chemicals linked to calm and attachment become more important than those linked to excitement. Oxytocin continues to play a key role, supporting trust, emotional safety, and long-term bonding. Another chemical, vasopressin, helps strengthen commitment and loyalty. Together, they create a sense of comfort and reliability. The relationship begins to feel less like a rush and more like a secure place to return to. Your brain also starts to integrate the relationship into everyday life. The person you love becomes part of your routine, your plans, and your sense of normality. This integration reduces emotional stress and creates a feeling of balance. Love no longer demands constant attention, but it remains present in quieter, more stable ways. Conflict and disagreement also activate important brain processes. When problems appear, your emotional system reacts quickly, often with fear or frustration. However, how your brain handles these moments depends on emotional regulation and communication. Healthy relationships allow the brain to learn that conflict does not always mean danger. Over time, this builds emotional resilience and deeper trust. Love can also create vulnerability. When you care deeply about someone, your brain becomes sensitive to loss. This is why breakups can feel physically painful. The brain experiences emotional loss in ways similar to physical pain because both activate overlapping neural pathways. When a relationship ends, the brain must reorganize its emotional maps, which takes time and energy. Interestingly, memories of love remain strong even after relationships change. The brain stores emotionally charged experiences deeply. Songs, places, or certain smells can reactivate memories long after the relationship has ended. This does not mean you are stuck in the past. It means your brain learned something important and saved it. Love also shapes future relationships. Each emotional connection teaches the brain what to expect, what feels safe, and what feels threatening. Positive experiences build confidence and openness. Painful experiences can create caution or fear. Understanding this helps explain why people approach love differently as they grow older. Despite the challenges, love has powerful benefits for mental and physical health. Feeling connected reduces stress, supports emotional balance, and even strengthens the immune system. The brain functions better when it feels supported. Human connection is not optional for well-being. It is essential. Perhaps the most important lesson is that love is not only something that happens to you, it is something your brain learns, adapts to, and reshapes over time. Love grows, changes, and deepens as your brain evolves. Understanding this process can bring patience, compassion, and clarity both for yourself and for the people you care about. Love may begin with chemistry, but it lasts through understanding. And while the brain plays a powerful role, the meaning we give to love is what makes it truly human.